Hello and welcome to that Double D team. I'm D.
I'm DIGA.
And today's video is a reaction review of the new Thor film, Thor 3 Ragnarok. Latest Marvel movie that just came out. Big movie. Well, spoiler review. Spoilers. So yeah, if you don't want to know what happened in the film or anything, then pause this video, add it to your playlist and come back on November 3rd in America or whenever you get the time in the UK. Very funny film, really enjoyed it. For me personally, it was my most anticipated superhero film of the year. Fun wise, Thor 2 was average. I enjoyed it when I seen it, but on rewatching, not as great. Origin, I enjoyed.
I like Thor. You know, after watching the third one, I actually really like Thor.
Well, that's why I was really hyped for this one. Obviously, Logan, I was expecting good things anyway. Yeah. DC's Justice League's around the corner. After Suicide Squad and everything, I was kind of let down. But with Wonder Woman, I'm slightly upbeat now, especially with the latest trailers and the theme and bringing Joss Whedon on. So
can't wait for that.
High hopes. Next year, though, as we were talking about before, Black Panther, Avengers 3.
Yeah. That's gonna be the.
But as we digress, anyway, Thor 3 Ragnarok. Now, just brief catch up. I think obviously last time we saw Thor was Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. He was having them trippy visions after he took a little bath in some shady little bath, and he got visions about Ultron and Idris losing his eyes, being blind. So he went back to Asgard to investigate. So obviously that's why he wasn't in Civil War. Last time we saw Hulk.
Wow.
Same.
Age of Ultron.
Getting off on the Quinjet. Scarlett Johansson trying to say come back, and he just put himself in stealth mode and deuced out. So in this film, I think we catch up with Thor being captured.
Yeah. He didn't actually show how he got captured, but he was chained up.
He starts doing some inner monologue about where he's been. Similar to, I think it was the videos that they released up to the film, like the Office type ones with him and Kevin.
Oh yeah,
quite funny. So it's kind of Office humor. If you enjoyed those videos or found them humorous, then you'll definitely enjoy this film.
Definitely.
So he's in a pit, I think, with Surtur.
Yeah. Fire
Lord Surtur, but not in his ultimate form. Obviously he's still big, but he's not mastered. Then he's having a conversation with Thor because he's having visions about Ragnarok coming to Asgard. Yeah. So he's trying. Obviously, he thinks Surtur's going to be the one that does that, and he needs to stop him. He finds out he needs to crack off his skull.
Yeah, but I was thinking, like, when that whole fight was going on, that was a pretty easy fight for Thor.
Well, yeah, it's Odin's son, innit? Yeah, God of Thunder. He still got Mjolnir. So yeah, he was playing coy, I think, when he was chained up. He was just waiting for the. Although that was quite humorous. I think that was the first joke in the film when he was like, he dropped his punchline about that's what heroes do. Expecting Mjolnir to drop up. He's like, just 1 minute, because you can just hear him in the background going through walls like.
Yeah. Joke.
So I like that. So obviously beats Surtur, brings the crown back to Asgard. Thinks, right, I'm going to throw this in the vault. I've conquered everything. No more Ragnarok.
Same time when he goes back to Asgard, Odin's there, but Odin's not
and who does he see? His father Odin, just ruling. They're putting on a nice little play about how Loki, as my T-shirt represents.
Wow, that's big.
God of mischief.
Yes.
So Loki's there, and obviously it's Odin, and they're putting on a play worshipping Loki about how he died so gloriously as a hero and a martyr, and so Thor comes in. He obviously clocks on something's a little awry here, and the little scene where he stands, he throws Mjolnir, and then stands back behind Loki, Odin. Let's hold him, until he has to obviously
change form back to himself.
Yeah, and then all the crowd are there like, oh no, what have you? Yeah, we were all shocked. Yeah,
very big.
It was fun. Yeah, then obviously he throws the stuff into the vault, leaves that there. Where's father? We got to go find him. Boom. So last time I saw him he was on Earth. Bam, quick travel.
Bump into Strange.
Yeah, and who do you see as soon as he touches down on Earth? But Loki gets magic ring. Fire circle ringed.
Like when I seen the ring pop up, I knew what it was. Like for me, instantly, I was like, yeah.
Especially anyone who's seen Doctor Strange.
That was a strange
Yeah,
thing.
it's one of the first things he tried to master. So yeah, that was really good. So then he tries to find out where Loki is. They have the little interaction with Strange and Thor, which you'd seen glimpses of.
And it shows you how, like, Doctor Strange's skills have advanced from what we last seen.
He's definitely gotten better. He's
mastered. Well, he hasn't completely mastered.
He's been training
hard,
grinding for you these Destiny players out there.
Yeah.
So he's been putting in the work, him and Wong. So he's really on the next level now. But you'd also seen this little preview scene at the end of Doctor Strange's post credits, where Thor's there and they're refilling up the drink with beer. I don't like tea.
Yeah, the big mug.
Yeah. So they have the nice little interaction, a little bit of banter. So it's like, so you'd leave Earth promptly if we found you Odin?
Yeah.
I know exactly where he is.
Boom, took him.
There. Before he does though, he's like, I just need some of your hair. yeah. Uses a little portal again. He's like, right, here we go. This is where Odin is. Obviously, Loki's here at this point because he's reunited him with his brother. And he's like, you think you're some type of sorcerer, do you? Let me show you something. He starts to try and whip something up. Doctor Strange's like, nope. Just throws the portal through him like, nah, I'll deal with that another time. So that's a nice little setup, hopefully, for when they interact.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
That was joke.
Yeah, 30 minutes or less. But so obviously that's hopefully a nice setup if they meet again in an Avengers 3 or 4. I think, obviously two very good British actors as well in Tom Hiddleston and Benedict Cumberbatch. Quite humorous, those scenes, not really what you'd expect from quite serious drama actors, but enjoyable.
They put it together well.
So obviously they go then to see Odin, and he's broken free of Loki's spell by this point.
In the area which I can only say looks like a scene from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think they say it's Norway. I can't remember the exact place they say in Norway.
I'm coming to see y'all.
But I think that's like a nice little Easter egg or wink to the Norse mythology, obviously with them being Asgardians and the myth of Thor and everything like that.
Makes sense.
And he obviously there's the big line like Asgard isn't a place, it's a people.
Like, see that? I was thinking about that. If Asgard is not the place, it's the people, then what the fuck is America? It's fucked up, I know. Anyway, yeah. Big shot.
So Odin's there and he's come to a realization that he's kind of figured out what's going on and he needs to call it a day. I don't know whether that's him or Anthony Hopkins, because I know he was very against coming back for Thor 3. He thought he died at the end of 2. But to get him back anyway, just for the scene, it was a nice little tie-up.
Paycheck was nice.
So he does some type of disintegration.
Yeah.
When he floats away, like his spirit just floats away. Now, if it wasn't a Marvel film, it would have thrown me out of the scene. But I was like, okay, it was a nice little homage.
He's gone.
Because you didn't really want a body just laying on the floor and having that heartfelt moment where you hold him in the hands and Thor and Loki are crying. It's not that film.
No,
so
it's too much for me.
It was an emotional scene though. But it wasn't no feels or anything like that. But you felt the impact between the sons of their father going, especially with Odin. I think he said it maybe they did the rule of 3. He mentioned it 3 times. He said sons plural. To let Loki know that he'd been forgiven him and he still counted him as a son even after the betrayal and everything. And Tom Hiddleston did well by selling it as well with the emotions and everything. So then I think he explains Ragnarok's coming. He needs to go. He gets off explaining about Hela and his sister, and she'll be coming because he's the only thing that's been holding him back is him being alive. Then she appears through a portal that she manages to make herself and come out of.
Yeah,
she looked bad ass. Kate Blanchett,
she is
as Hela,
a beast.
And when she starts,
the little thing with her hips.
Well, yeah, like if you were to upgrade or level up in the game and you get stronger, that's what she does when she does her little hair and gets the spikes and the throne.
She has weapons from everywhere.
Yeah, like swords.
Everywhere.
Yeah, that would be an awesome cosplay for anyone that's doing Halloween or I see at Comic-Con next year. Hela would be sick.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So she turns up, tells them to kneel, because she's the new queen. Obviously, it's her right, being the eldest sibling. Yeah. We know this from Game of Thrones.
Definitely.
So Thor then he's
like
all proud and that. He's like, I'm Thor, I'm Odin's son. Yeah, let's fight. She's like, you don't look like Odin. Loki's like, let's bargain. It's like, you sound like him. There's a nice little bit of banter, plus maybe a hint at something later on to come.
Definitely.
And then stuff gets thrown down from a scene that you've probably already seen in trailers, where he throws Mjolnir at her.
Yeah.
And she just catches it. Pow.
Just crushes it.
Gone. And then just kind of deals with him quite light work. I think they tried to escape by getting called back through the is it the Bifrost?
Yeah.
And the Rainbow Road.
And she came
Mario
right up behind him.
Catches him in there, throws him out through whilst they're travelling through.
Breaks off, yeah.
That's where they end up in. I think they drop through a portal, end up in Sakaar, which is where everything ends up. Obviously, I think it's the nine realms.
It's like a garbage chute.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously they land there. I'm not sure what happens to Loki at this point. Thor's there. Then he gets picked up by some scavengers until Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson, turns up. You know her from Dope.
Not from Dope.
Dope.
Dear White People.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's great in this film, especially once you find out that she's a drinker.
Oh yeah, and she can she can fight.
She can lay down, especially being an actual Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And you see, it was actually thought hella in the past. And then she comes out with a machine gun ship?
Yeah.
Lays waste to everyone, captures Thor with some little electric chip, brings him to the Grandmaster, played by Jeff Goldblum, who in this film is 100% Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he's very, very funny dude.
Yeah, but his isms and everything that you see him do in every other film are here in abundance, but it kind of plays into the film, especially with all the eccentricity and the colour scheme. So big shout out to Jack Kirby. Yeah. So they took and Taika for implementing that from the comics, so there's a nice bit of homage into it. And yeah, I think that's where we were mentioning the comparisons to Guardians, the Vision and Doctor Strange and the colour palette and everything. Oh, it's the cosmic universe now is really looking tasty at the moment. So I think he obviously finds he's a challenger, says I'm going to put you up against my champion because that's what you want to do to escape. But then he throws him in a cell. And he meets Korg, who is played by Taika Waititi, who's the director of the film.
Korg is a character from the Hulk. When Hulk, what's it called? It'll come to me. But Korg, he's a character who links up with Hulk in their storyline when Hulk was a gladiator and all that type of shit.
Comics.
In the comics,
Planet Hulk and All Out War, I think it was there. So we've also seen his people before, I think in Thor 1.
Yeah.
Where he rolls up with a hammer and smashes the big stone guy.
That's Thor 2.
Thor 2?
Yeah. I remember that.
That's where he pops. So we've seen his race before, so obviously syncs up in the universe. But this guy, it'll throw you a little. Because
he's funny, man.
He's big and hench, but he's got some softly spoken New Zealand accent.
Yeah.
Or Mauian accent. Sorry if I'm offending anyone who is the wrong type of, because they're very sensitive about that. But it throws you off, but he's hilarious. For me, he's probably he steals a lot of scenes that he's in. When I seen him in the trailers, I was a little hesitant. I thought, because I don't know how much I can maybe tolerate in the film. But he's not overused, and every time he pops up, he's hilarious. So many one-liners that I don't even want to mention any in the spoilers because they're so funny. You want to be caught by surprise when you go see the film.
Definitely.
Yeah. So then obviously Thor gets his chance against Hulk, and then the pit.
Right. Okay.
The pit.
Everybody says, well, might I add, the fight was crazy. Now remember, Thor doesn't have the hammer anymore, but Thor's still Thor. Hulk is a fucking maniac. I thought the fight was good. People, when you see it, people will say that the Hulk won. You think the Hulk won? I think Thor won. Me personally.
I don't want to give anything away. Both have, well, it is a spoiler review, but they both have parts in the film. But yeah, Thor gets screwed out of a victory. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Whether he'd have won, up to debate, but it was looking likely. But at this point, as you were mentioning, Hulk's in a rage. He's loving the adulation of the crowd. As you say, he's one of their champions. Yeah. He's adored. He's living it up. At this moment,
they love him out there.
He's not been banned out in 2 years since Ultron. Yeah. So at this point, Hulk's living it up. That's why he's dialect and he can speak so not eloquently, but to a level at the moment.
There's more speech from him.
I think the fight's good though, especially the interaction that you see and I think you see it in the trailers about I know him from work, we're friends.
Oh yeah.
But the funniest one, the funniest one is the Loki interaction.
Yeah, because when he bust out, Loki seen him, and Loki just like he remembers.
Loki sure it's like Loki, look who it is.
And he remembers Hulk from.
He remembers the pain.
And just wow, 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 wow,
yeah,
wow, wow. So
puny.
When he seen him, he was like, "Oh man, it's crazy." And funny enough,
what should happen in the film when Thor and Hulk fight?
He did to Thor.
He cripped Hulk there to Thor, and Loki's reaction.
He's like, yes.
Yes.
Now you know
how it feels.
Yeah, that was big.
Goldblum was just like,
what's going on?
Yeah. Really funny scene. I think our cinema was packed, and I think it was probably one of the loudest laughs in the film.
Definitely.
So you've got them fighting. Then obviously Thor's not down for this because he gets screwed in the victory, and he's obviously going to try and plot his escape. Yeah. So you've had the intro to the film. You kind of know the setup from most of what's happened in the trailer. You've got to try and get back to Asgard now to stop Hela, because she's gone back to Asgard now, pretty much slayed everyone who's not kneeled, and she's hired Scourge, played by Carl Urban. Yeah. So yeah, shout out McCoy.
he was funny, man. He was funny.
Yeah. There was a few nice homages, especially I think in the comics he's an Asgardian, and he's got his machine guns that he likes to use, which you get to see him do at a later point in the film.
Yes. Machine gun, yeah, it was crazy.
So Hela's laying waste. She's growing in strength, but obviously she needs to now conquer the realms, but she can't do that unless she can use the Bifrost and travel. But
she goes back to get the sword.
Yeah. Now, in a quick scene, I don't know if you saw this in the cinema, but you see like Idris doing like some Assassin's Creed, scavenging up like a cliff up to where the base is, which he used to patrol, and he obviously steals the sword. Because in the trailers, you've seen him in the forest wielding it, being slain to a few people.
Yeah. I didn't know in the first ones if he had dreadlocks or not, but this one he has a full set of dreads, like Rastafari.
But he's usually wielded up with his helmet and that in it. His traditional gear and garm.
Yeah, he held it down. Big up Idris for that.
Yeah, so he's trying to obviously save a lot of Asgardians, trying to rescue him and recruit him, keep him safe somewhere else. So Hela's trying to think like, where's he at? Let's go and find him. So that's going on.
She can't do shit until she gets back.
Yeah, not really. Otherwise, she's just stuck in Asgard. So they're gonna put a pin in that in the storyline for now until you go back to Thor, because I think they're the two main arcs in the film until they sync up later on in the end. So Thor's trying to get an escape. So we obviously see he knows Loki's there.
Yeah.
Maybe wants to recruit him but can't trust him. Obviously Valkyrie's there, but she's not down at all.
She's not really a team player at the moment.
No, she's happy just collecting people, getting all those bitcoins and drinking herself silly.
She has a nice relationship with Hulk.
They have nice banter. They're like training partners.
Yeah. And like
so Hulk, really, I'm going to spar.
Yeah, like he actually likes her. Like she trips him and he's like
yeah, which you get hints at later on when they meet up as well.
Yeah.
Hulk and Thor want to escape because they're having a nice bit of a buddy cop romance at the moment. They're a nice sort of bromance. So a bit of banter. I'll hold like fire. You like smouldering flame.
I'm rage.
Friend, come back. Marvel friend.
I don't like banner. Too smart.
Too smart. Yeah, I like you, Hulk. Yeah. And then it's
switcheroo
later on.
I don't like Hulk.
Yeah. So skip forward, traditional Marvel scenes, put a plan together. We're going to get a team, we're going to try and escape. They get in the Quinjet, because that's what Hulk arrived on. That obviously fails until Tessa comes in and helps her out, and then they find the escape pod is the biggest portal they can find, which has the name the Devil's Anus.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now, it's funny, but it's a little tongue-in-cheek, kind of like fart joke funny. So for me, I could maybe have done without it and maybe just had a scientific name. I'd have been quite happy with that. But yeah, so we have to escape through the anus. So you get that line, you get your laugh, you get your cheek pop. Scene done, really.
That's it.
That's it. Until so I think they're trying to escape, but obviously Loki tries to double cross them in the meantime.
Yeah, but same time Thor was actually like,
he was ODT.
Yeah,
he was
like
on it.
He didn't know exactly what he was gonna do, but he knows him. He knows Loki to beat Loki, so he just was a step ahead of that one.
I can't change him. You can't change him, as he said. Like I've given up. So
there you go.
So he puts the device that he's been under control on Loki, sets up to full power, throws the device away, and just leaves him there.
And throws it And then who finds it?
Korg.
Korg finds it.
Korg finds him later on in the film once Korg's revolution has come to an end, and he's got off. I'm gonna take this ship and fly away. You wanna come, mate? And Loki joins.
And like he was grateful. He was like,
oh, thank you.
You know.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you don't want to mess around now. He's like, but then he was grateful, but he had a line. It's like, you look like you're in desperate need of some leadership.
Yeah.
Like
I got this. I'll take over.
I'll take over from here now. You just rescued me. I've only just met you, but I am a god after all. So yeah, get in line.
I like Loki's swag in this one. Man. He was
swaggy dude.
Like he was holding up.
Especially his little camaraderie with Thor as well, when they're just going through the hallways, taking him out, using guns.
Like that was like.
I'd seen it in the trailers, so I was prepared for it. So I'm glad they prepared me for it in the trailers. But seeing an Asgardian god use a gun, a machine gun.
That's like when I see like Jackie Chan with the gun.
Now, like it was kind of an alien gun, so they used blasters, so you can kind of maybe use it, but
you're still a god.
For gods of that power, I understand you haven't got your hammer, but
once again, Thor does not need the hammer. The hammer needs him.
Yeah, but the hammer.
Remember that.
As Odin, I think, mentioned, dropped some bars in, like the hammer is only helping him control his power and harness it. But he's on a level now, he's got it all. And as you know in the comics, it's like he gets that power up where he's like Odin's son and he gets fully lightning, fully equipped.
Like fuck a hammer. Which
leads us nicely into the segue of the next scene where they arrive at Asgard. Obviously shit's going to hell. Hell is taking over. Yeah. So they're trying to get a team together and Thor is trying to battle them with the help of Valkyrie and Hulk and Loki. No, Loki's not there yet. So you've got Hulk who sees, I can't remember the name, but it's like a massive direwolf. It's like Hela's little pet. He's patrolling one end of the Bifrost where they're trying to, all the Asgardians are trying to escape.
On the little rainbow bridge.
On the Rainbow Bridge, Mario Kart.
Yeah, I hate that stage.
Hela's at the other end of the bridge, obviously trying to come towards. You've got all the Asgardians in the middle, and then you've got the heroes. So Hulk goes that way, tries to rescue the wolf. They jump off the bridge, have a little fight. I think you've seen maybe a scene in the trailer. Yeah, that was pretty good.
The wolf was kind of fucking shit. I see when the wolf bit Hulk in his leg and we just dragged him underwater. I was like, yeah.
That's when you make him angry though. You don't want to mess around.
At the same time, like you don't want Hulk to rip the fucking wolf's head off, or like from his mouth, you know, break his jaw or some shit.
Yeah, no animal cruelty.
Yeah, no animals were hurt filming this movie.
And then you've got Valkyrie doing battle as well, but Thor's the main guy going up against her, and obviously now he's trying to battle her with his electric power, which is obviously he's Super Saiyaned up.
He's kicking ass
for DBZ fans, and he's now got his lightning ability. Blue flame.
Unexpectedly, she hit him with the blade. Bow in the face.
Yeah.
And took out his fucking eye.
Spoilers. Yeah. Which leads us back to their first interaction in the film when he says, Thor introducing himself as I'm Odin's son, and he's like, you don't look like him. Yeah. He does now.
Yeah, we got the same little patch on the shit.
Yeah.
Look like Slick Rick.
Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah, TWD. So yeah, eye patched up, but even with his short hair and only one eye, Hemsworth's rocking it.
Oh, he
looks like a badass god now.
Yeah,
so
I wasn't expecting the whole eye patch thing, but yeah.
The eye patch would be a homage to his father, so I wouldn't mind it, but I don't mind if he stays like the way it's looking now with like
the short hair and the patch. Yeah,
he looks pretty badass.
And you see who gave him the haircut, right?
Stan. Man, like Stan Lee pops up again.
I don't know if like if he was making like did it on purpose, but I think he cut like little lightning bolts into his head.
Yeah. I didn't actually cut that. Yeah, I only remember seeing like the two red lines down his face, which is like the war paint.
Yeah, like little lightning bolts in his head. So yeah, Stan Lee hit him with like a weed whacker type shit. So
they were not no scissors. Yeah. That was like the most.
He's good with it because he cut it down to
device. Yeah, it's like a floor sandblaster with shears on it that you put on his. Ooh, lucky he was a god. I don't think.
Lucky, right?
That's not my barber anyway. Yeah. So yeah, he ain't going there.
But yeah, that was crazy.
So I think obviously battling Hela with them all now. Loki's turned up because he's come now. He's like he turns up with a line as well, like I've arrived to save the day. It's your king, your prince. But to be fair to him, he has arrived. He could have gone anywhere in the world or the universe he wanted, but he came there, brought back up in Korg and a few people, tried to get all his Asgardians on the ship. So, fair play, Lokes.
Yeah, he has a little redemption.
He has a little word then with Thor. They do a little plan. Realise they were only always being warned about Ragnarok because it was coming. They couldn't stop it. You just need to prepare for it.
Yeah.
So they come to the realisation they've got to allow Ragnarok to happen. So he sends Loki off to the vault.
To pick up the skull head or the crown.
The crown skull head from Surtur that Thor picked up earlier on in the film.
Yeah.
And he throws it into the Eternal Flame. The Eternal Flame, by the way.
Oh, yeah. But when he picked up the crown, he also seen the Tesseract there. And he was like,
Yeah. So he's walking, he sees it, he stops, he has a look. Then scene to black. So you think, did they, didn't they?
I think he did, because there's no reason for him to leave it, and that was such a big mission for him on the first
Plus,
Avengers.
Loki's smart. He knows he's getting the crown to put it in the Eternal Flame to bring Ragnarok to destroy Asgard.
Yeah.
So why leave the Tesseract there to be destroyed?
Makes no sense.
Plus, the first time, well, not the first time we were introduced to it, because that was Cap, but Loki's got an affiliation with the Tesseract, because obviously his scepter and everything that then got used away that he tried to steal, and so I think he's stolen it, because he is the god of mischief. I mean, he's got to be mischievous, he's got to be a bit sneaky and sniper some stuff away.
Of course. Scrolls and all that extra shit.
But the Eternal Flame, as I was saying, there's a scene earlier on where Hela picks it up, and that's what she uses to bring her old army to life, and the direwolf, which was okay, but it's another Marvel trope of bringing like some emotionless, half-dead bunch of enemies towards you. So you had the Chitauri, then you had the Ultron robots and stuff like that. Just cannon fodder, which is good action ability scenes. Like you can destroy bare people. But
I like the mask they had on, like the little skull mask with the green eyes.
It looked good.
Yeah,
but when one of them died, I was like, move
on.
I wasn't invested or caring in him because I knew it wasn't a human. It was just another face and cannon fodder. So, we'll see if it happens again in future films. No doubt it will. Which is another trope of Marvels where the villain isn't always living up to the hype or got much substance.
I've seen a couple movies where they've done that before.
There's a few. Obviously, Loki isn't really a main villain. He's more a protagonist. He's done really well. I think Cheatwell can go that far. I've high hopes for Jordan.
You guys should have like a spin-off.
In Black Panther.
Loki have a spin-off.
Yeah. In the Netflix series, D'Onofrio as Kingpin, I think has set the levels. Like, I don't think there's been a better villain than him, and he's just been announced in Daredevil season 3.
I want to know who the villain's going to be in Punisher.
They've kind of hinted towards that, but I think we'll do a next video for that very shortly. November coming up.
Definitely.
So, what did you think of Hela?
Oh, I thought she was badass.
Yeah.
Badass. Like, you couldn't fuck with, like, there was nothing they could do to stop her. She was gonna fuck everything up.
Yeah, very powerful.
And she gets her energy.
The longer she's in Asgard, the stronger she gets.
And she was just there chilling.
She looked just amazing. Very cool, aesthetic to look at. The vibe.
She's getting stronger.
I think I would have maybe liked a bit more of a backstory for her. They mentioned it to us, but I don't know if there's much scenes of it. I would have liked maybe a bit more of that to give her a bit more substance.
And if they showed more of her story, they would show more of Valkyrie's story.
And Valkyrie's and Odin, and it would have given a lot of substance to a few other characters.
What they showed, it was Odin and Hela, and they were just rolling around killing everything.
Tag teaming it, Bonnie and Clyde.
And it made it seem like Odin was just like 21 Savage's grandfather, like OG Savage. And he was just taking over everything.
Until Thor came along and they changed his ways.
Yeah, changes.
Now, obviously, we know this from the hints in the film, but from comics and being big Marvel fans and
storylines a lot
stuff like that. So we, as fans, we know this stuff. For a layman going into the film that just likes Marvel films, they may not have the same opinion on Hela as we. So there might be a few people out there that think she only did like an average job, but I think she did well. And spoilers, she don't die, which is very good because you don't want to kill off like a Hollywood actress like Kate Blanchett. I don't think she did. So DIGA, I think we had this discussion in the cinema as well. You thought she died.
I thought she died.
Back to the film, we're in the scene now. Obviously, the resurrected Lord Surtur now in his final form, and he's massive.
Big.
And he comes out, he whips out the sword, he's destroying Asgard. It's looking like molten lava, like we're in Lord of the Rings, and he's having a one-on-one with Hela. she's flinging bare blades at him, hitting him, but it's not really doing much damage to him. It's like toothpicks, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then he does a sword on her. Pretty much done.
Done the whole thing.
Thor,
Done her dance.
Loki, Valkyrie, they've got off. They're happy. You knew what was going to happen. But now, Hela, Kate Blanchett, obviously a Hollywood actress, you don't want to get rid of her. But Hela, as we were saying before, we think she's merged from the comics with a few characters, like with Angela, which is like, I don't know if it's Thor's sister or Loki's daughter, as you were mentioning, and a few iterations, but obviously someone worthy and eligible. But with Hela's obviously controlling the dead in Asgard. Is it Isengard? I'm not too sure, but it's the place in Asgard for everyone that dies in Asgard. She stays there. She collects all the souls, etc. The longer she's there, the longer Asgardians can live, which is why Thor and Odin and Loki are gods and can live for all these centuries of years. But I think and hope they've merged it with a third character, which is, as we know in the comics, is Death, or Lady Death, who Thanos
is in love with.
He's whipped with me. He's gooey for her. He absolutely he wants it. Now, obviously, Death wants souls. He wants death, destruction, and everything. Yeah. And Thanos wants to please her, so that's why he gathers the gauntlet to go and kill everyone to please.
Basically, so he can get a kiss on the cheek.
So he's going to kill people in the universe, so he can hopefully
have coitus.
Yeah, or most likely get friend zoned by her. Yeah, all that for nothing.
Imagine that. Yeah, you're nice, but
yeah.
Can I see that?
Have you not met Glove? Have you not met Thor?
You know,
he's dreamy. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, incest. That's your brother.
You know, it's incest.
Yeah. So, I think that probably could be pretty good if she was deaf though.
Yeah. And
you had Hela as all three characters, and if she was, obviously, I doubt she could die from that. And if she did die, she'd probably just go to hell.
Come back
where she was. Until she maybe gets resurrected by Thanos in Infinity War, maybe. We don't know. Possibly some spoilers coming. Towards that. Yeah. I think that's pretty much a wrap for the film. There was, I think, obviously, you want to go into the end credits now, or special mentions end credits?
Special mentions.
Well, I think obviously I wanted to shout out Jack Kirby. Just the theme and the colour scheme, everything. If you read any comics with these Thors in the back, they were like scene for scene from a lot of them, especially when you see in the Collector. Yeah. No, not the Collector, the Grandmaster. Sorry for that. By the way, the Grandmaster is the brother of the Collector. So Benicio del Toro and Jeff Goldblum in the Marvel Universe. They're brothers. That's why they both got that
like the fashion sense.
Eccentric.
Hate to see them at a fan reunion.
Mention would probably be just to Taika for what he did for the film. I've not really seen any of his other films. Is it The Hunt for the Wilder People and Things We Do in the Shadows? When I've seen the trailers, to be honest, they seem kind of eccentric comedies to me, and not really up my alley, on my street. But I enjoyed Thor 3 so much. It was really fun. It's more of an action comedy with a sprinkle of superhero elements than a superhero film with a sprinkle of comedy and action. Yeah. So a lot of Die-Hard fans may be upset, but you shouldn't be really, because I think it paid a lot of homage to the films, especially with the Thor haircut, having Thor wear the helmet with the wings, which we haven't really seen since.
Do you remember like his used to be like just like a little Viking helmet with the little
wings?
He
did wear it in Thor 1 until he came up in his first fight and it got knocked off and you never saw it again.
Just like put a chin strap on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Obviously Anthony Hopkins / Odin died in the film. RIP to that character. It gave Thor some powerful abilities in this now. The only thing is, I don't know if he'll get Mjolnir back, but in the comics, I believe he has like a giant axe. Yeah. So hopefully we see some type of remnant of that in the later films. I'll be very happy.
One person who I wanted to see in it was Beta Ray Bill. Didn't see him, but I peeped.
Easter egg.
Yeah, it's like a little statue. It's big as fuck.
Kind of like a mixture Rushmore. Between a totems and a Mount Rushmore of all the
there's champions.
The Grandmasters champions. But you said further down below?
Further below, there's like another picture of Hulk. It's like Hulk mixed with something else. It's like, I don't know, I think I've seen like Hulk with a helmet of like another, I want to say like an ancient Hulk or some shit.
I need to look out for it again when I rewatch it, because I was trying to look it in the film, but I kept looking at Hulk just to make sure it was him.
Yeah.
Then when I tried to scan everything else,
but that looked like an old school Hulk or something like that.
I did it in order as well, so I didn't get to the bottom one till end.
This side was Beta Ray Bill. You see the helmet and the nose sticking out. So it goes to show you.
He's in the universe.
He's in the universe, and I think that he was a champion there.
A former champion.
And he maybe escaped when Hulk came.
If Hulk was the new champion, or if not, he probably
escaped,
made himself so worthy that he was probably allowed his freedom.
Maybe.
So hopefully he pops up soon.
I want him to.
Yeah, big fans.
Because he actually has a hammer still.
Whether he'll do it in the Avengers 3 and 4, I don't know. You probably it's apt for it because it's the cosmic universe, but I'm thinking you may be looking at it more Phase 4. Maybe Guardians or a Thor. Trying to say that. A Thor.
Thor.
So if there's a fourth Thor film, then maybe he might pop up in that, and that would be if they want to do a buddy cop film again, Thor and Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah. I
would pay for that, just as I've been petitioning. Well, not petitioning, but I really think obviously Black Widow should have had a main film. Maybe not the first female superhero film. That's fine.
She was in everything.
She's in everything, so that's fine. But Scarlett Johansson puts bums on seats.
Yeah.
But if you were to give her like a spy espionage story with Hawkeye,
how do you met?
With that Civil War type theme.
Because when they first met,
each other. About remember that time in Russia or wherever they were, and I think that'd be a really good film to see. Plus, you don't have to muddy the timeline because it'd be a flashback.
Yeah.
And so I'd be dying to see when that. But you could have a nice little buddy cop one with Thor and Beta Ray Bill, that'd be really good.
That'd be dope.
Heimdall, Idris, good job again. Every other actor, obviously Tessa Thompson, I think was really good in this. But for me, Taika as Korg stole the show.
He was good.
Any more honourables? Or just what you felt of the people in the film, or
I like Valkyrie.
Anyone was good? Who was bad? Valkyrie, standard.
I thought Valkyrie was dope. Like her little story showed her riding the Pegasus, like the whole army, and she was.
That looked cinematic. I may need to go back and do an IMAX review for that. Yeah, that looked good.
That'd be a nice little.
At least 3D. 3D. Yeah, especially the daggers that are being thrown in the slow motion.
Yeah. It was dope. Valkyrie, she stole the show for me. And when they landed and they was getting ready to start a little fight scene, she was walking on the bridge and it was in slow motion, the fireworks was popping off. And
then the scene where she was just so drunk that she fell. It's like, you can't have him, he's mine, and goes, because she's absolutely drunk out her head, which is a nice little characteristic to her. Yeah, instead of just being a standard, I'm a really goody two-shoes female superhero. No. She probably smokes weed, so she's got a little element to her. So there's a bit of backstory to her. I kind of appreciated that. Yeah, Tessa did a really good job.
Very good.
So end credit scenes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So there was two. First one, I think we kind of knew there was going to be one that was like story centric and one would just be comedy.
Yeah, it won't be.
The comedy one first.
Okay, comedy.
Well, so just because I think the story centric one can lead into a few theories.
Yeah, go ahead.
The comedy centric one was the second one. It was basically just Jeff Goldblum was the collector, and basically on Sakaar. So Sakaar's been the planet that they all landed on, the garbage planet. After the revolution that Korg started and got off, and they're all pretty much there, like looking to kick his ass or kill him. But Goldblum, in his Goldblum way,
his wordplay was
just nice, like saying a few things there, saying a few things there. Yeah, like you know what, lads, we'll just call it a tie. And it was. I found it funny.
Like,
I laughed.
Needed me to start revolution,
not
so
LOL, but it was quite funny.
Yeah.
Nice way to win the film. I was still kind of thinking about the previous scene though, because
it caught me off guard. I didn't know what was going on.
They're all on the ship. They're all happy and celebrating. They're like, "Oh, where should we go?" Like, Korg, where did you say you were from? And then as Korg's about to mention it, I think the little Meek that he's been holding just wakes up. Then they chat about that, and then like Thor's like, Earth it is.
Yeah.
So they're about to go, and then you see this massive ominous ship just like overshadow what they're on.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't make out exactly what was imprinted on the ship.
I didn't see anything imprinted on the ship.
But something that big and ominous, it's got to be a villain. Now, with everything from the first Avengers film leading up to Avengers 3 and 4 Infinity War, chances are it's the big purple guy. Man, like Brolin himself.
Not talking about Barney. Yeah.
So,
if it
was Thanos, then
he's gonna fuck some shit up.
Shit's about to go down. Even though you've got Valkyrie, Loki, Thor, and a Hulk on that ship.
Yeah, they're all strong, but shit's about to go down.
Now, as we theorized before, we reckon Loki's stolen the Tesseract, which is one of the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
So that could be a reason why Thanos comes for him.
My theory is Thanos will get all of them, but I think he'll get them in the same order that we all seen them in. From all the movies, I think he'll get them all in those orders. So the first one was the first Cap.
The first one we've seen was Captain America, the Tesseract.
Which is...
It sinks into our theory nicely.
You know?
The second one was the Ether from Thor 2, which the Collector has.
Yes.
Third one was Guardians of the Galaxy.
The pink one.
Power Stone, which the Nova Corps have.
Yep.
Because they handed it to him at the end. Fourth one is Vision, which he's got in his head. Now, if he takes out his head, does Vision die? Or does he just lose power?
I think he dies.
Yeah. Will it be impactful enough in the film if Vision dies? Being he's a member of the team, but he's not a human.
He is one of the strongest.
But Paul Bettany's been there from Iron Man 1, voice of Jarvis. So I don't really want to see him go, but I'd like to see the stone get taken out of him, but still survive. Yeah. Fifth one, Eye of Agamotto, Doctor Strange.
The green one.
And the sixth one is still up in the air.
Which I thought it was
Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Still could be.
Just cut him open.
Yeah. So he sees everything, his eyes have got an orange glow.
Take him out the game.
I know there was a lot of theories it was the Mjolnir hammer, but with that being smashed and nothing come of it, then very doubtful. But I'm quite happy just to put a pin in what the sixth one is until we get teasers.
You know what's going on.
Now, teasers for Infinity War, I think we're waiting for the trailer, hopefully. Star Wars this year, because they said we're getting it this year.
Okay.
So with Disney owning Star Wars, I'm hoping it'll be in there. I'll be there on the 15th. Yeah. Disney own...
Wait.
Disney bought Lucasfilms.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of tie-ins in it.
Right.
So you want, yeah.
Didn't even know that,
Big. All under the umbrella. All under the corporation, mate.
That's good.
So that leads us to Infinity War trailer that people may have seen that was leaked from Comic-Con. I've seen grainy footage, which I maybe shouldn't have seen. I'd already heard the description, so I knew what the trailer was about. So it was the first scene. I'm not going to go into the whole trailer. It's somewhere around. If not Marvel, I'm taking it down. But Thor appears in space, and the Guardians run into him. Like he jumps on the dash screen. I think Rocket makes a screen like, "Oh, get him off!" You know, like use the wipers or something. So what happened to Thor to leave him floating in space?
I think he's up with Thanos. Thanos fucks his shit up.
Maybe not all of him, but I think Thanos definitely does. I don't know if he'd done Hulk, but Banner may not have changed. So he might be able to survive, blend in as a human, get off on the ship with Valkyrie. And Loki might have made a bargain. To be honest, I can quite possibly see Loki make a bargain.
With the Tesseract.
Give him the Tesseract and say, spare my people. Because he did seem quite...
humble.
And there's no point destroying Asgard, surviving with all them people, only for Thanos to come and destroy him. I think his destruction comes when he gets the gauntlet. I think that's when the MDK comes. But for now, he's going to just flaunt his power, smack up Thor, bargain with Loki, maybe recruit Loki, because Loki's a smooth talker, mate. He can be a nice little understudy until he needs to not be later in the film, like typical protagonist. So I think that's highly likely. Thor, Hulk would want to fight though, especially when you see him want to go and fight Fire-Lord Surtur at the end. It's like, oh,
but he's big.
So I think for our theory, I don't think Hulk can change, because otherwise if Thanos smacks him up, then where's Hulk? You're going to keep him on the ship?
No.
If he stays on a ship as Banner, then Banner's probably the only guy there that knows where Earth is. Because Valkyrie's not been. Loki has, but not through on a ship.
Yeah.
So I think that'd sync up nicely, which should then be a reason why you don't need to see anyone else until Avengers 3.
Yeah. Kind of smooth with that one.
Avengers 3 Infinity War. Really looking forward to that. I know in between then we've got Black Panther. We'll have more videos coming up for that, and maybe some theories. Hopefully, maybe we'll get Joel onto this as well. JD Virtue, you've seen in our previous videos, another massive Marvel fan and DC fan.
Yeah.
Or we might be featuring on his, because I know he's going to be doing DC review videos. You'll see us on there soon, so check him out on his video. But I think for now, thank you for watching. Check us out next time. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you're thinking. Yep. Go see the film.
If you want to like holler at us, catch me on Twitter at @TheRealBuck5th.
At @TheRealBuck5th. I don't really use Twitter that much, but if you go onto Facebook, we do have our page there, that Double D team.
Yes.
Invites are open. Anyone who wants to join can join. Share with your friends. Obviously, not everyone's got a YouTube account to leave comments, so everyone's got an FB account. Leave comments in there, leave requests. Obviously, with the team challenge videos before, try and battle us, because I don't think anyone's taking down a few of my teams, mate.
Yeah, definitely not.
Especially for the latest one. I think the WWE Survivor Series one.
My team's official.
I think the WWE one's the latest one we've got up, which is nicely syncing up with Survivor Series, which pops off in a few weeks for anyone that does still watch wrestling.
Get onto it.
Get onto it. But
like, subscribe, share.
Like, subscribe, share. Deuce.